you can see all the colors in action at the same time, and pretty impressive the fact you can select different colors for different segments and you can control it to that sort of
Hi there, today I'm unboxing an LED strip kit. So this particular one is from a company called Govee. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. Now you may be wondering what's so special about this RGB strip kit. Standard one would just have RGB colors on there, but this has RGBIC. So the IC stands for independent control. So this allows you to have multiple colors on a single strip. Now coming over to Govee's website gives you a few more details about it. So the independent control allows you to have multiple colors and even moving around the strip as well. So pretty smart. So if I shoot down here on their website, and it just gives you some more details here. So it says with the RGB IC you've got a built-in independent control, but with a standard one you don't get that, so you can only have a single color going on there. Lighting control wise, obviously you can have multiple colors, which is the dream color, and on a standard one only a single color at a time. LED beads themselves, they're ultra bright, whereas on an RGB one they're just bright, so brighter, more vivid colors. Segmented control, so it allows you to have segmented controls. You can control different segments and set different colors on those segments, but with an RGB strip you can only have a single color again. Music mode wise, it's got high sensitivity, so it can sync better with music, and lighting effect wise you can have more animated lighting effects, whereas with an RGB one it's very basic what you can have. So this is their latest dream color LED strip. I've also reviewed previous ones, and the concept behind it is the ability to have multiple colors segmented on a single LED strip. So looks absolutely stunning when you see it in action, and it's pretty cool the fact you can customize the colors. So let's have a quick look around the packaging. It comes in a medium-sized box. Some details over here, so it can do warm white, cool daylight, and 16 million colors on there. Coming around the side, set timers, DIY scenes, and safe to use. Looking on the back, you can see the model there, H6125. The size is 5 meters in length, voltage is 12 volts, current is 2 amps, power 24 watts. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to turn on notifications. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and drop me a message, let me know what you think. If you don't like it, make it count by hitting thumbs down twice. You get a card that says like it, share it, and if I open that up, if you like it, you can share your experience on Amazon. If you don't like it, reach out to their support. You get a card highlighting installation steps and the surfaces you can install on. Shows that you should clean the surface with the alcohol prep pad they provide, and then flipping over, highlighting the fact that there's some clips they provide in the bag here. You get 6 support clips, and you can see a hole just on this side where you'd screw it in if you wanted to use the screws, or on the other side you've got a sticky pad which is 3M. That should be sufficient to stick on the surface. If you look closer, there's a slight recess, and that's the recess where the LED strip would go in. And looking in closer, you can see how they suggest going round a corner, so a 90-degree corner, and the sticky pads are there to support it. Next we have a user manual highlighting how to set this up, and this is multi-language. You get a power adapter, and the output on this is 12 volts, 2000 milliamps. Cable length on this is 135 centimeters, good build quality to the cable, and a DC connection point there. Next we have the LED strip kit. So on one side there's a controller and there's a cable going from there, that's 14 centimeters in length, and then we've got another cable from the controller going to the LED strip, which is 45 centimeters. The controller itself has a button at the top for on and off. Middle one is color button, and then the bottom one is music mode brightness adjustment. Looking on the back, you can see there's a sticky pad, so 3M, so you can stick it onto a surface, and then coming onto the LED strip. Now coming in close, you can see there's no rubber on top of the LED strip, so that highlights the fact you can't use it outdoor. It's indoor only, which is a shame really, because their previous ones have had the shield on top just to protect it, and it's nice to have that facility if you wanted to install it outdoor. So a little bit of a disappointment they didn't do this with the new one here. I'll just scan along so you can see it. They actually recommend not cutting this. So in general, these points here would have been the cut points. And the reason for that is the actual functionality of the strip kit. So they're a bit concerned, could have problems. So generally they recommend not to cut this at all. Looking at the back,
It's got a 3M sticky pad, so stickiness wise it should be pretty good. Build quality wise it feels fine. Let's make a start at setting this up. So the power adapter here, cable coming off there, DC connector goes into the DC connector on the controller there, and the plug here is a US plug, so I'm going to have to use a travel adapter. So let me plug that in at the side. Okay, so it's plugged in. Let me turn it on. Power's on and it's turned on straight away. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. So in music sync mode at the moment. So this is one of the things to highlight. It's got a better mic on this, so it should pick up sounds more easily. So if I try whispering, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Pretty good. Okay, so on off button here, turn it off, turn it on. Then you've got color mode there, so you can go through the different colors on this. Just to bring it in, just so you can see the color representation on there. Seems pretty good from what I'm seeing. And now here, if I hold on to that button, cycles through the brightness. And if I press it again, goes into music sync. So there you go, works straight out of the box, nothing too complex about this, and the fact it's got the controller is really nice. You can change colors and go to music mode and adjust brightnesses with this as well. It's a nice bit of functionality, just standalone. Let's make a start at setting up the app for this. I'm at my Android phone. If I go to the Play Store and we search for Govee Home, that's the app we're after. If you haven't got it installed, obviously install it. And if I click open now, so this is what you're initially presented with. You can see a number of LED strips I'm already using. To add this one in, very simple, just click on the plus. You need to make sure your Bluetooth is on, so let me turn that on. Now looking on the back of the controller, I can see the model is H6125, so we just need to find that in here. There it is, H6125, 5 meter dream color for home. Click on that, looks like it's found it. If I click on there, click done. And there you go, as simple as that to get it added. Now, let me quickly show you around the controls on this. So coming in settings, you've got device name and product model there. You can rename it if you wanted to. Coming back from there. Next, we have an on-off button. Clicking there turns it off, turns it back on again. Then you can see it's connected via Bluetooth over here. Then we have timer. Clicking on there, you've got 2 timer options on there. If I click on that, so it says between this time, repeat. So if I click there, you can set a start time and end time, cancel on that, and that's the days you want it to happen. So you can have it turning on and off automatically. Coming back from there, you've got 2 of those options. Next we have wake up, and you can see it's turned off currently, but it says once turned on, the light will gradually brighten to wake you up. And if I click on there, you can set the time to wake up, and then you can say the days you want this to happen, your duration there. And if I come down, you can see the minimum is 10 minutes and the maximum is 60 minutes. Then we have a final brightness, so you can set it to be a lower value if you wanted to. And then coming back, you can see sleeping. So if we turn this on, when turned on, the light will gradually darken within 15 minutes until off. That's quite a nice option. So if you wanted it to be as a lamp in the background and slowly turn off as you're falling asleep, that's possible with this as well. Going into it, you can see there's a countdown. If I go to the maximum, it's 240 minutes and minimum is 10 minutes. Initial brightness, and then it will just go dimmer and dimmer after that. Coming out of that, coming back, you can see brightness level here, so I can adjust that. Instantly changes it. DIY, coming in there, you can see you can rename this DIY option. You can call it what you want, so I'll just call it test for now. Add colors, so you can add your colors in here. So just to show, I'll add multiples in. And the maximum you can have is 8 on this. If I click smart color picking, it needs access to storage to reach photos, so you can pick up colors from photos as well. Cancel that. Now I've laid out the strip kit, as you can see, and I can show the different styles that are here. So initially we've got fade on there, and we've got whole, subsection and circulation. So if you've got whole selected, then it's the single color that will be faded each time, and speed can be adjusted when it flicks between colors. If I go for subsection, you can see the dream color come into effect with all the colors on there at the same time. The effect is very good. Circulation, if I click on that, if we leave it for a moment, you can slowly see the colors just circulating around. If you focus on the red, it's a good example. It's just moving along. That works well. If I drop that down and go to jumping, whole obviously jumps with each color. If we go for circulation, there you go, with the dream color jumping around. Let's go to flicker. That's a bit crazy. Let's go to subsection. Slow it down a bit. Some more bearable. So it just flickers. Okay, and then we'll go for circulation. Same thing again, you can see the colors moving along. Go to marquee, and it's got straight, gathered, and dispersive. If we go apply, there you go, it's moving along, straight line. Do gathered, dispersive, click that down, go to chasing. There you go, you can see it moving along, anti-clockwise, you can go the other way. Click that down, go to rainbow. Same thing again, anti-clockwise as well. Drop that down, go to crossing. And you can see the colors are reduced, you can only have 3 colors with that. Change to music. And now that's with the music sync on. So at the moment it's rhythm. Then you've got spectrum. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Then you've got rolling. Test 1, 2, 3. Working pretty well. Okay, if we come down, go for a combo. Now if I click on the plus, this is where I can pick different styles. So I can go for fade, and then we can pick jumping, marquee, and then finally chasing. And 4 combos possible on this, and if I click apply, it will just alternate between each of these different ones. Now coming back from that, now looking here, you can see you've got mode, and below that you've got music, color, and scenes. Now if I click on music, goes into music sync mode, and looking below you've got energetic, rhythm, spectrum, and rolling. So we can test these out, and you've got even a sensitivity option. So previous Govee Dream Colors didn't have this sensitivity option, so quite interesting they've got this in there now. So if I play some music, let's take that sensitivity down. Seems to work. Cool. Okay, let's change to rhythm, spectrum, and then rolling. Now going to rolling, you can see color auto selected. If I take that off, then it's just on a static color. If I turn that back on again, it'll alternate between different colors. There you go. Okay, let's pause the music. You can see that works well, and it's nice to have the sensitivity option in there. If we click on color, now this is where you can customize your colors on this strip light. So you can see there's different segments here, and this is the clever option on this particular one. I've not seen this on other products before. So each strip is segmented into different sections. Now, just to note, each segment isn't even. So if we count the LEDs at the bottom, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if we count the ones up here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So not even. So you've got 12 around the middle, and generally it's all 9 after that. So keep that in mind if you're doing this. So if you're installing it, make sure you've got the lights on so you get the orientation you're expecting with this. Now this is quite clever. Let me show this. Now looking here on the app, you can see I've got yellow and red alternating on here, and that's obviously replicated over here. Interface is good. You've even got a gradient option, so as it transitions between the different colors, you can turn the gradient on, so it's more subtle transition between the colors. And if I turn that off, you can see the difference. And if we look here, it's a good example. That's with it off. If I turn it on, slight difference there. Now coming below, I can select all the segments and I can set a single color like so, and I can give unique colors to each segment if I wanted. So if I put all these colors in one by one on there just to show, so selecting this one, and there you go, you can see all the colors in action at the same time. And pretty impressive, the fact you can select different colors for different segments and you can control it to that sort of effect. I like the fact it's not split up. You can actually pick the segment yourself. So that's really good how they've done that. Turn the gradient off so it's more precise, I'd say, between it. But if I turn it back on again, you can just see subtle transitions between them. Very subtle. And coming down, you can see you also got warm white, cold white, and the color wheel. So you've got option of selecting any one of 16 million colors. So very impressive what they've done with this. Now, coming back up, you've got scenes. So this is their default scenes with this. So if I go to movie, dating, romantic, blinking, candlelight, energetic, breathe, snowflake, oh that's nice, crossing, and rainbow. Okay, and coming down, there's nothing more. So that's all the options you have available on there. And you've seen for yourself, very easy to set up and configure. Couple of things to note though, if I go in settings, you can see there's no option to connect to Wi-Fi. So that's one thing lacking in the product. Previous ones did have Wi-Fi connectivity, and the advantage of that is you could link it to Google Home or an Alexa. So voice control it as well. So that was quite nice having that. So a little bit disappointed it doesn't have that, because in my current setup, my console gaming setup, I've got everything, all the colors linked up via Google Home and Alexa, so I can use voice control either way to turn them all on, turn them all off, or even change all the colors to be a single color. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this LED strip kit from Govee, the latest dream color they have. So let's begin initially with the negatives. First point being, they've not got the rubber seal on there, so it's not waterproof, so you can't place it outside. Not a big deal, most people have them indoors anyway, but a thing to keep in mind, you can't use it outdoors. Can you connect up other strips on there? Not likely. Only because there is a connection point there, but they don't recommend connecting more up. Why is that? Because they've got the segmented options on here and it may just confuse things. So best to leave as it is. If you wanted a longer strip, just buy another strip. It's the easiest way. They don't recommend cutting the strip only because it will mess up, again, the segmented display on that. And finally, the smart capability on there. There's no smart capability, so you can't control it via Google Home or the Amazon Alexa. But that aside, this is absolutely stunning. They've done really well with this. I love the segmented display option. The fact you can pick different colors for different section on there. I think they've actually done really well with putting that in. And in terms of color representation is very good on there. It's nice, it's got the timer option, so wake up facility, and a sleep timer on there as well. So they've got a lot of functionality within a single strip. Enhanced microphone on this as well, so can pick up music more easily. I have heard of other people having issues picking up music. They don't realize that the controller itself has the microphone built into it. So if I come in close, You can see the microphone point there. So that has to be a reasonable distance from the speaker. So that's been enhanced now. So music sync should work much better on there. So there you go. I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. I have to say this is the best LED dream color strip out there on the market. The fact you can segment the strip and pick colors for different segments on there, very impressive. And the fact it can run standalone as well if you wanted to. Don't install the app, just control it via this. So excellent. So details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.